Hey, what's going on, mi gente? Chef Melky here. What's going on? So today I am making my pernil. And for those of you that don't know what pernil is, I feel so sad for you. But no, pernil is roast pork. We use pork shoulder. Dominicans, we use pork shoulder. So I know you see peppers and onions and stuff on the board. So we're gonna start with making the sazon. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop the peppers down, clean them out, take the seeds out, chop up the onions, rough chop the cilantro. I got some garlic already here, already peeled. I'm gonna put it into the food processor. When I get there, I'll show you where I'm at. All right, so here you can see we have the peppers, all chopped up peppers, onions, cilantro, we have the garlic. Now we're just gonna put it all in, it's all rough chopped, there's nothing fancy on the chop because like I said, we're going into the trusty food processor. So I'm gonna place everything inside, peppers, onions, garlic, cilantro, pack it in there. It'll be fine. Now, wonderful flavors, bright, all speak about the Caribbean, Dominican Republic, like I said. Now, we're gonna add, I have what I call, I don't know if you can see it, my adobo. It's my version of adobo. Adobo is in every I want to say probably every Latino's covered. It's basically onion powder, garlic powder, oregano, salt, pepper. So I make my own mix, and maybe one day I'll give you the recipe, but we'll see. So I season with some of this because this is a basic blend that I make, so it's kind of neutral, so I can use it with just about anything: fish, pasta, beef, pork. And then what I do is for what I'm going to use it for, now I use it for that, and now I add whatever more flavors I need to add to my sofrito. More onion powder, more garlic powder, definitely garlic powder. When I make pork, I like it to have a heavy, I like garlic on my pork. I don't know what I can tell you. I'm Dominican. I grew up that way. Mi mamá le ponía mucho ajo al puerco. We used to put a lot of garlic in the pork, and I love it. I mean, I don't know what I can tell you. It's a great flavor. Now, this is something that if you don't know about, you should. I'm gonna cover the name, Brian, but is naranja agria, sour orange. Very bright, great acidity, great flavor. Helps break down the pork during the marinade. So, you know, we put all this together. And we hit go. All right. So now, make sure you have a tasting spoon around. It's always good. But, you know, you check the consistency. You kind of want it thick, but you still want it running because you want it to be able to penetrate. I'm actually going to put this into a bowl. I'm going to try to add a little more of the sour orange to thin it out. But let's taste it. Let's see what we're working with. Okay. It's good. Needs a little more salt. Needs a little more black pepper. See? One of the things you got to make sure you do when you're cooking, taste your food. Taste your food, because the worst thing in the world is you just put out your food without tasting it and you don't know what you're putting out. Dominican oregano. If you don't know about this, trust me, Dominican oregano. So we're going to add a little more flavor to this. Run the machine a little more. Oh, let's finish the bottle. That'll be good. And get this going. All right, so now we just taste it. I get one final taste test. That's exactly what we wanted. So, we're gonna open it up. Put it in the bowl. Be careful with the blade, you don't want to cut yourself. Put this baby to the side. And now we're gonna start poking the pork. So I got my pork shoulder right here. I already rinsed it, but since we got you on camera, might as well show it. Here's my nice pork shoulder. Look at that, baby. Nice. Nice. So you get yourself a nice, sharp, I'm using a boning knife. Doesn't necessarily have to be a boning knife, but for me, I like it. And I'm just literally going to poke holes all the way around it, inside, to make sure that you get that marinade all the way around it. See what I'm doing? Poking the holes in it. Just like that. So I'm gonna do this all around the whole shoulder. Then we're gonna get ready to marinate. All right, so you see all the holes all over. Put your fingers in there, make sure you make space for that seasoning all over. Every side, every angle. And keep your knife close because, sometimes when you're seasoning, you find, hey, I need a hole over here. Like I just saw it right here. I should have put a hole right here. Just put a hole and then you put your seasoning. So you get your pan. Got my little aluminum pan right here. And then you grab your seasoning, or your sazon as we say it, and you just literally start filling the holes. You fill every single one of these holes. You poke it in there. Poke it in there to make sure that you get that seasoning all the way in there. And then we're gonna let this baby marinate overnight. About, what time is it? I don't know, it's about 11:30. So it'll probably marinate about 12 hours, maybe 10 hours. And then we're gonna cook it tomorrow, low and slow. I'm talking about probably about 280, 285 for about 6 to 7 hours. I made one not too long ago. I cooked it for about 7 to 8 hours. But we're gonna go through the steps with you guys today so that you guys can try and make this at home, and it's gonna be so wonderful. And we'll go over mountain recipes and all that good stuff later. But one thing I will tell you is this: to taste. Every recipe will have on it to taste, especially when it comes to salt and pepper and maybe hot sauce or cayenne or things like that. To taste means to your taste. If you like something that you like onions, let's say, per se, and you're making something and you want to add more onions to it, it's your taste, you're going to eat it. Can't nobody tell you that it don't taste good to you. Remember that. If it tastes good to you and you're going to eat it, enjoy yourself. Make something the way you want to make it. See, like I said, keep your knife close because you see there's a little hole. Should have made it a little bigger. And that's how we do it. You just go as you go and make it happen. So yeah, so we're going to get to this and we'll get right back at this. All right. Okay, so now we have we have started the marination process by stuffing all these wonderful holes with this wonderful sazon. And then we're going to wrap this up in plastic nice and tight. We're going to put it in the refrigerator overnight. And then tomorrow we will pick up. It's going to be very simple. We're going to wrap it up double plastic, aluminum foil, pop it in the oven for about 6-7 hours, maybe even 8. This is a big boy, might be even 8. So let me wrap this up and I'll get back to you in a second. All right, so invest in a good plastic wrap. You get more uses out of it than you know, in and out of the kitchen, to be honest with you. So I'm just gonna wrap it up nice and tight. And this is just going in the fridge, like I said, overnight. So, you know, all those flavors can marry together. That meat can, the sour orange can help get it a little nice and tender. And pretty much that's it. I just, you know, I'm a little anal, so I like to make sure my stuff is nice and wrapped. But yeah, put this at the bottom of your fridge, marinate it overnight, and we're gonna get back to this beautiful bad boy tomorrow. See ya tomorrow. What is going on, my people? All right, so like I said in the last video, I put the pernil in the oven this morning. So it's been about, what time is it? Yeah, it's been about 7 hours at 280. Put that at 280. So let's take a look at what she's looking like. Be careful when you're opening it up because it gets hot. Very hot. So you see the aluminum foil. If you put the aluminum foil on top of the plastic will hold everything in, won't stick. It'll come right off, and it'll make that pernil, that roast pork, that shoulder, so tender. Like I'm gonna show you. They need to come out with smell-o-vision at this point. Like that's what happened. I just kind of, the smell hit me and I had to stop talking for a second. Because this is, wish I could smell this. Now, this is what I do. Be careful. Preferably, if you need to, put your gloves on. Ain't nobody trying to get burned out here. You don't got no time for that. Have a little sauce pot here. And all this juicy liquid that you see that came off that pork, that's that fat that rendered down the skin. It's rendered down. We're gonna take this and pour it right into this pot. I'm gonna tell you why in a second. One, you see that I have my roasting pan on a sheet pan. That's actually just so that, like you see what happened right there. If not, I would have had grease all over my counter. No. I want to show you how tender this pernil is, because pretty much it's done. At this point, all I'm going to do is, like I said, I cooked it at 380. I'm putting the temperature up to the oven. I cooked it at 280, I'm sorry. I'm putting up the temperature of the oven now to 450. Gonna put it up to 450, and I'm gonna pull the pernil back in on the top rack. Half an hour, 45 minutes until the skin gets nice and crispy. But I just want to give you an idea of the tenderness of this pernil. I'm gonna get it a little close. So we're gonna start working with the camera angles. But look, I'm just gonna put this fork in and turn. See, I don't want to rip it all the way because I still want it to get. But oh look, you see that? I'm gonna, gotta taste it. Oh, that's all I can tell you right now is oh. So, right now, I'm going back in the oven, 450 for about 45 minutes. With the liquid that we have in the pan, this right here, this we're gonna put it on the stove and reduce it. By reducing, you're going to intensify the flavors, and we're going to skim the fat off of it. After we do that, we're going to combine it with the meat, and we're going to show you everything step by step. Give me a second. I'm going to put this right in the oven right now. And now we're gonna put this on the stove. Remember how to grease from it. So here we're gonna put it on the stove. Can I switch the camera? No, I can't, but we can do this. So now we're gonna put it on the stove. Where is it? Put it on the stove. We're gonna skim the fat. We're gonna skim the fat, and then we're gonna be able to reduce it. Get back to you in a sec. So this is the pernil. As you can see, you can hear that skin. So I'm just gonna take the skin off right quick. I know my lighting is horrible over here, but I will be working on that. So now this is what I want you to see. I want you to see how tender this pernil is. Where's the bone? You see the bone right there? I want you to see something. Look, 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 look. Look at the bone. Look at how the bone comes out. The bones just come out. So now I'm just gonna shred it, and I'll get back to you in a second. I want you to see how tender this pernil is. Look at this. Look how it just breaks apart. Look. Look at how the bone comes out. Look, if you can smell this, this is amazing. I mean, it is just insane to smell. But, see, you gotta find the bones. Get the bones out. Look at that. So I'm going to transfer this right now, and I'll get back right to you. All right, so here's the pernil, the roast pork. Now you remember that liquid that we took off the stove earlier, and we reduced? Here it goes. You taste it, you get it to the reduction that you want, and then we're just going to baste this baby boy, because that's it. It's done. This is just going to reinforce those flavors of that garlic, those onions, the cilantro, everything you put in there, and it's just so good. See that? So yeah, this right here is traditional Dominican pernil. Weddings, birthdays, baby showers, you name it, it's there. But right now, I felt like making some roast pork nachos. So you already saw the tortillas working. I'm working on the cheese. I'm actually cheating on the cheese, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. Okay.